Hi guys, and welcome to our video for today, the 26th of June, 2026. So let's go through the watch list, what's in these stocks, how we're going to look for day trades in them on a 5-minute time frame, look at the 4-hour time frame for holding these stocks overnight potentially into Monday market open, and also what we need on the daily time frame to hold these stocks for longer in towards next week, maybe even this time next week for a few days to hold them for some great gains. So let's get right into the video then. So IVF here, so I'm watching this currently for a day trade against 2.3 resistance. It looks really good. So I'm going to measure the up thrust over here and put it in a negative trend line like that, and then draw a supporting trend line like this, and then end points here can just meet like that to converge this formation into a falling wedge. And we need to get above the Bollinger Band center here, this orange line, because we're 65% more likely to be beneath it. Once we get above it, we're 65% more likely to be above it. And the volume here is exceeding all the odds here, and the volume typically does buy you out of trouble. That's why we trade stocks in the most traded channel in Atlantic Trading, where we see how many trades take within each stock, and therefore showing the real volume and real interest across all US equities, the whole US stock market. And this one is surging up, as you can see. So a 1 minute candle close over 2.3 or 2-3% push over 2.3. We'll see this run at least 6 to 8% from entry for a day trade. It looks good. It looks very good. I like this one. However, though, you have to look at the downside. As being a trader, you have to look at upside and downside risks, obviously. And if you were to lose the 1.7 support with the 60 EMA here for a failed golden cross retest, you'd be coming down deeper towards 1.5 and the next support level around 1.3 also. So I wouldn't want to be in this beneath 1.7. I'd consider it done for a day trade and a swing trade beneath 1.7, to be honest. And going to the 4-hour time frame, we'll look to see what we need to hold this overnight. And for that, we need a 4-hour green candle close over 3 on this one. And then we can look at holding this overnight towards 4 at some point for market open. It does look good on Monday for market open if we do get a 4-hour green candle close over 3. That's because we're currently rejecting from not only the 2.3 resistance, but also we've not even retested the death cross of the 200 simple moving average in the 4-hour time frame, and a 4-hour green candle close over 3 on this would see it continue towards 4, and I wouldn't hold it otherwise, because basically just rejecting from the 2.3 resistance here. And also the we've not even retested this. This is what I'm saying. So we've not retested this. So you don't know if it's going to be a harsh rejection or not. And yeah, we could even reject around 2.7 or something. You don't know. So I would get extra confirmation and look to hold this once we get a 4-hour cleaner close over 3 on this. And again, beneath 1.7, wouldn't even look at this anymore. So let's go to daily time frame on this one. So the daily actually overrides the 4-hour on this one, so forget what happened on the 4-hour. We'll look at the daily now, because you know, sometimes that can happen in trading. That's why we look at multiple time frames. The daily has more weight to the 4-hour and is more important than the 4-hour, and we came on to that one now, and we see that it actually shows us more information, which is better for our thesis and bias, because it's just a daily green candle close over 2.3 would eradicate this death cross the 60 EMA here, and we should gap up to the next resistance of $3. So daily green candle close over 2.3, we'll see us continue towards 3 for a 25% sort of move from entry. So it looks really good, this one, for a swing trade. If we get a daily candle close over 2.3 for around 25% first target. So looks alright, guys. IVF. So let's go on the 5-minute time frame and look at the next stock, ILLR. I'm just going to draw another support in around here. I do have some bad hay fever, so apologies for that. That's why the camera's not on today, believe it or not. So it'll be back tomorrow, don't worry. So 3.5 with the resistance here on ILLR. We need to get above 3.5. Sorry, 5.5. My eyes deceive me. So we need to get above 5.5 here with a 1 minute candle close over 5.5, or a 2-3% push over 5.5 for a move of at least 6 to 8% from entry. If you were to lose 3.9 on this one, so we've got 4.2 support. 3.9 is a bit of a shadow of a support, just with the 60 EMA here. We're coming down all the way to 3.2 on this one, and potentially 2.8. So this one would be done beneath 3.9 for any holding this overnight swing trade. Day trade, obviously, I wouldn't want to be in this beneath 3.9 ultimately. So it's getting close to being done, but it's also getting close for a reversal, because this is where people are trying to buy it from the bottom. So yeah, I would avoid it beneath 3.9, and then move over 5.5. We'll see it move at least 6 to 8%. So getting rid of this falling wedge formation here, and going to the 4-hour time frame. Okay, so 4-hour green candle close over 5.5 would see it continue towards 7 for a 20% first target on this one. Looks okay. I prefer the other one, Spanish, just because there's more range for 25% first target. This will only be 20% first target. And it looks okay, but again, beneath 3.9, I'll consider it done. So we're going to hold it overnight until we get a 4-hour green candle close over 5.5 by end of today, 4 p.m. Eastern time. So the daily looks alright, but it just looks like a red candle, to be honest, which obviously it is. But with that, it could be a shooting star formation, so or just evening star as well. So I don't know how to draw this, but it's typically like it's a bit weird to draw this, but you got a candle body here. Basically, a morning star it's this sort of formation. It's like this sort of formation here. So we shoot up, make a peak, and then start to come down, and it's just like that sort of shape, like an N shape. So I actually think the next daily candle will be red on this, unless we get a daily green candle close over 5.5. So I'd avoid this for holding it overnight or a swing trade at all until we get a daily candle close or 4-hour candle close over 5.5. And again, 7 will be your first target on this one. You're trying to find support here after 200 EMA and 4.2 support, but I don't really like it, to be honest. I think it's due another red candle on Monday. So let's go to RCT then, just to finish up, and then I can blow my nose. So again, apologies, no camera, but again, bad hay fever, record heat wave in June for the UK. So yeah, it's very hot and lots of pollen. So right then, so we can mark the top here, 0.51, just here on this RCT. Converge it into falling wedge, my favorite cumulative pattern, because it's the most acute and it gets the earliest breakouts. And I wouldn't trade this until it gets 1 minute or green candle close over 0.5 or a 2-3% push over 0.5 in this one. It looks like it's in a bit of a downtrend and potentially coming down all the way to 0.3. If we lose 0.34, I consider this done and come down to 0.3. To be honest, so I wouldn't look to hold it overnight. I wouldn't want to be in this at all if you want beneath 0.34, because it'd be a failed golden cross retest, and failure is nothing good in life. So again, sometimes it's just that simple of a connotation. Failed golden cross retest. You know, when is failure good in life? Same as a big red candle. When you think of trading, when is big and red good? Do you know what I mean? So trading is sometimes simple like that in a connotative stance. And yeah, I mean, we have a lot of resistance here on 0.42, 0.4, but I wouldn't look to trade it until we break the next resistance, 0.5 anyway. So it's a kind of a rocker in a hard place at the minute on this one. Looks like it's going to continue downtrending. RCT, and that's just exaggerated by the fact that the 4-hour is just rejecting from the weakest indicator on the chart, the 0.45 ATMA, that one is. And until we get a 4-hour green candle close over 0.5, I wouldn't look to hold this at all overnight. Again, just a little pump up and rejecting from the weakest indicator on the chart, the ATMA. And yeah, a situation could unfold where, you know, been dumping down here, have a little retest, have a little spike, sorry, and retest the ATMA, the weakest indicator on the chart. As soon as we hit the weakest indicator on the chart and the weakest resistance on the chart, we find a resistance and continue our downtrend like that, you know? So that's probably the most likely situation until we get a 4-hour green candle close over 0.5 by 4 p.m. Eastern time today. So I wouldn't look to hold it overnight until then. And your first target would be 0.65 in that. The same here on the daily, just to exaggerate this even further. So not only rejecting from the 4-hour ATMA, rejecting from the daily ATMA, the weakest daily indicator. So a daily candle close over 0.5 will see us gap up towards 0.65, 0.67 or sort of area where the 60 EMA is, and that would bring us to around a 25% first target. And I would focus more on the 4-hour on this one, because you're looking for the same thing. 4-hour candle close over 0.5, daily candle close over 0.5. So you may as well wait for the 4-hour first on that one. So yeah, and that brings it to a close, guys. We'll be making a special video tomorrow on a trending stock for the weekend to keep you ready for Monday. And yeah, apologies for no camera. I'm about to go blow my nose, take some hay fever tablets, and yeah, been an okay week. Been a good month though, but we've still got Monday and Tuesday next week to close out the month. You can see all our alerts on trade reviews and publicized trading journals in the Discord. So check us out, link in the video description and the Twitter bio. So thanks for watching, and catch you all later.